Hi everyone, I'm Shan Dassanaike from Leith Planning. I'm here today to talk about the new budget. Clearly the Chancellor has delivered a budget which is heavily focused on fixing the broken housing market. We've got a scenario where several £billions are being invested into matters such as developer contributions, planning for more homes, sort of home ownership. There's a lot of big initiatives that are taking place, and having read over the last few days the comments of other companies and their thoughts on it, one thing I realised was that whilst everybody had their own thoughts on the budget, there didn't seem to be any real advice on how you can benefit specifically. Well, I'm here to mention Leith Planning, talk about what we do and how we can help you. Starting point is to understand what your aspirations are. If you have land and property that you own, if you have land and property you're looking to acquire, or if you have clients that are kind of looking to see how they can maximise the value of their own portfolios, Leith Planning can help. How do we do that? How do we help you? The starting point is by looking at evaluating any property or land that you have an interest in or looking to acquire. We do this through a package service in terms of site evaluations. They have a 3 working day turnaround time, they're concise, they're succinct, and they look at evaluating planning policy, legislation, and really seeing how we can balance your aspirations with the likelihood of the planning risk associated with delivering a consent. From there, if it looks like there's a reasonable prospect, we can then take it through to putting together a development team, architects, ecologists, highways, the experts that are going to help support the application, protect your interests. That's obviously on top of our own expert planners who would be managing the process, putting together the planning statement and negotiating on your behalf with the local authorities. So really what we add is protection of your interests, making sure that we balance your commercial aspirations with a reasonable prospect of delivering a consent. The number of times in the marketplace, in the industry, where I see instances where this isn't happening is growing, really because there is a lack of understanding in terms of interpretation of planning policy and planning legislation. Again, this is something we are very, very strong at. We've recently advised the government on best practice for town and country planning in the recent parliamentary review, and with our interests across the UK, we have a wealth of experience dealing with all of the local authorities in England, Wales and Scotland. We also have a very good grasp of evolving planning policy and how one correctly interprets weight accorded to planning policy and obviously adopted planning policy and legislation. So putting all the technical points to one side, it comes down to protecting your interests and securing a viable planning consent. If you're in a situation where you've got an ill-conceived planning application that's been submitted nearby, we can protect your interests in terms of submitting robust objections. We can ensure that if you've got a strategic site, we can monitor and promote the site through the evolving policy framework, making sure again that your interests are protected and that policy is swayed better towards your requirements than necessarily if you didn't submit any representations at all, and evolving policy very quickly moves on and leaves your site behind. So timing, interpretation and protection of your interests, that's what we can do. For more information, give me a call. I'm Shan Dassanaike, Commercial Director at Leith Planning. Visit our website, www.leithplanning.com. Send us an email, give us a call, and really look forward to working with you. Thanks very much.